What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic, and I had somebody asked a question on the boxing thread in the boxing group on Facebook, and I did not see any reaction. But I've been working so much that sometimes I get so many notifications on Facebook because we do the boxing clinic thing on Facebook as well, and I just get pushed back and I don't get to it. But I had some I know I had some responses to stuff that was aimed at me because everybody was heavily in favor of Crawford on this question. And the question was, who would win between the Adrien Broner that beat Antonio Demarco and the Terence Crawford, I think it was some question like that beat Ricky Burns. And I feel that the Adrien Broner at the time, and I got conversations with people who agree with me on this. If I can look at my archives and people that agree with me, I was going to say, oh, you crazy. And I done brash Adrien Broner on this channel a lot because he is supposed to be what Terence Crawford is right now. We supposed to get a big mega fight. But I favor Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner and Antonio Demarco fight was on another level. I mean, that was his pinnacle. And also, Peter Quillen says around that time that he dog walked Jorge Linares at the wild card gym as well. And he said he's seen another Adrien Broner that was on another level at the time. And I know I wasn't crazy. That Broner was just at that time he was more experienced than Crawford. Let's keep it real. Crawford he didn't have a big bagging from Top Rank. He was shooting dice in the street, got popped in the head. He had just started working with Top Rank. But I had heard about Crawford from Nestor Gibbs of the Boxing Voice. He said that was a guy to watch coming on up. He had been talking about it like years before Crawford, came on to the scene with Top Rank and fought the guy that knocked out British Prescott, the guy that knocked out Amir Khan. And at the time, before he got that Ricky Burns title shot, I believe, he had fought the Russian guy Klimovs, and people was turning on Crawford. That was after the Prescott fight. And people say, oh, he boring, I don't want to see Crawford no more. And a lot of people that said that act like they don't remember saying that. And I was like, just give him some time. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to get his feet wet. I remember hearing about Crawford and seeing some type on him when he had dreadlocks, But, with the Klimovs fight, I haven't even heard from that guy since. He was just a tough style to fight for at the time. At 35, and he went up to 40 for Briscoe, came back to 35 to capture the title. And I felt that, and a lot of people felt like, and I'm not gonna call no names because they got channels, felt that Adrien Broner would have stopped Ricky Burns, where Terence Crawford didn't. Terence Crawford had a subpar performance by his standards then, and really by now, Ricky Burns. I felt Julius Ndongo clearly beat Ricky Burns better than Terence Crawford did at 35. But like I said, Terence Crawford was at a different point in his life. I think he flew over the same week as the fight as well. Maybe that had a effect on him. But if him and Adrien, you can go to a time machine and have Adrien Broner fight that Terence Crawford, I will get an edge to Adrien Broner. A lot of people won't agree with me. Y'all probably gonna say you fugazi, you crazy, whatever adjectives you can come up with to describe me right now. But I remember that Adrien Broner, Antonio Demarco fight, leading up to that fight, Broner was on a different level. He looked faster than Terence Crawford. He hit harder than Terence Crawford. And he was on point. He was leading off. His body punching was good. He was countering good. And he was doing things that he don't even do no more. And that was but give Crawford some credit. Crawford just came on the scene really. Broner, that was his pinnacle. Crawford, he was still on the upswing. He hasn't even reached his pinnacle yet. Even though people see him as the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world, I have it vacant, but I don't think we've seen the best of Crawford yet. And when we go to 147, I think it's a good chance that he can dominate 147 and become the supreme ruler of all boxing. But only time will tell. But Broner was ranked in the top 10 pound-for-pound at the time. Crawford was nowhere sniffing that list. So the timelines is kind of messed up. But I'm just saying, if you could pull that Crawford around the Klimovs, British Prescott, and the Ricky Burns time, and put that Antonio Demarco Broner, which was at his pinnacle now. We know he was he tapped out there. That was at his best. Crawford was still on the upswing. I would favor Adrien Broner. A lot of people now looking in hindsight, looking forward and where they both at in their careers, they be like, hell no. You're right. Right now, hell no. It's not competitive at all. Crawford can beat Broner with one hand right now. But when Broner was on his P's and Q's, and he was hitting on all cylinders, he was something special to watch. He really was. But after that DeMarco fight, people was talking about when he left 35, he started slipping. Hell no. The Gavin Cabbage Reese fight, when he called it the ball-headed guy, you could tell, like, it seemed like he had hit all his goals when he beat Antonio Demarco. That was the best that he got. Because after that, it was down. So it was Reese he sucked in. Part of Malignaggi he sucked in. Obviously, he got beat by Madonna. He sucked in that fight. He sucked versus Sean Porter. I mean, shit. You know, after that fight, that was the epic downfall of Adrien Broner. Whatever that fight did, was it walking out with Kendrick Lamar with Antonio Demarco? The fame and fortune and notoriety getting put in the top, what, 8 or 5 with a pound for pound list by a lot of media members. People, he believed in his own hype, really believed. That's around the time he really believed he was the next Floyd Mayweather. It destroyed his career. You know, as good as he looked in that DeMarco fight, it destroyed his career because his head blew up bigger than a hot air balloon on a summer Tuesday night. You know, he just, you know, he went off the rocks with that one. And clearly right now Crawford is, you know, a billion times better than him. But I'm just turning back the clock talking about a hypothetical. And it was a question that was asked, and I didn't get a rebuttal because my notifications probably flooded in too hard. And I was asleep like a mug. But let me know what y'all think. I probably think I'm crazy, but it is what it is. We gone.